Hello, hello.
Hey
Happy
guys,
to Godzilla Friday.
what's happening?
Yay.
We'll talk more about those guys in a minute.
Oh, absolutely. How are you guys doing on this beautiful Friday morning?
It was a
Excellent.
wonderful Friday. How are you?
Good. It's bright and shiny outside. It's going to be hot today, but it's
Yeah, it
Texas.
did get warm again, but it's all right. It's all right.
I disapprove. I disapprove of warm weather in September. It's not allowed.
Right?
Foul ball, foul ball. Yeah, it was a little bit warm, but I knew I'd get fooled again. Check it out. I was over at the beach yesterday taking pictures of the Zirazawa bubbler. We'll show the pictures if they get approved sometime in the next hour or so. But anyway, this happened to me before, when I'm feeling arty and I want to go take some photos of the beach. So not a lot of stuff lends itself to that. So I had taken the Goonies set over there at one point, if you guys remember.
Oh yeah.
And inevitably, it's the same thing. I'm trying to get the picture kind of in the surf, and the water's rolling in, and I get rolled. So yeah, I got rolled. Same thing happened yesterday. I'm down on one knee, and I'm trying to get a good shot of the bubbler with the water. And here comes that one aggressive wave that sent me home wet. So yeah, that happened. But it was nice. It was nice and cool over at the beach, but I knew not to get lulled in. I knew it'd get hot again in the next couple of days. So anyway, I'm with you, Jared. I prefer it stay nice and cool.
Always. That first week of September, it tricks you with like, oh, fall's coming. Yeah, look at that.
Start putting clothes up. Yeah.
Yeah, 70 degrees in the morning, maybe 80 at the tops, during the day. No, just wait.
Yeah. I stay in
90
shorts, man, till January or February. There's only about a month or so that gets me out of shorts, but I'll throw something on upper body. But yeah, any time within the next couple of weeks, we'll slip into a nice, just couple months of just perfection. Everything will be great.
It better happen soon.
Golf in. No, I won't. I forget Tom watches these. Yeah, you want to play disc golf. You'd be in the office working. That's how he talks. But anyway, get a little break. Maybe on a Sunday afternoon, I can slip out for an hour and play disc golf if the weather's nice. How's that? Anyway,
Nice.
Amy, you want to talk about Godzilla? I know you got a mess. I see it on your face. I see the stress on your face because you're getting blown up. You're getting emails. People are telling you what? Do we have website issues? What's going on?
Oh, well, so for anyone who's watching this that has not spent time on social media or our website today, our Godzilla and Mechagodzilla tree toppers have gone live for pre-order. So thank you guys for everyone who has flooded our site. We actually had some traffic issues because of all of the interest in these toppers today. So we had earlier on when they first went live around noon today, we had some people seeing like carts empty, even though they've added stuff to it, or they'd get everything going, they'd press the checkout button and it would just error them out. I was even getting that. So, you guys are not alone. I immediately started testing as soon as they went live as well. And so thanks for everybody's patience while we were working out some of those little technical difficulties. But obviously, if you guys want to buy both, you get $50 of a discount. So add both toppers to your cart and that automated discount will go in effect. Obviously, if you guys have any trouble, I am always available to you guys. info@Paragon FX Group. If you've already ordered and you were not able to get the combo to work, or you ordered one and then realized there was another one, I am working through, sending you guys emails about, discounts and stuff. So thank you to everybody who's already ordered those. And if you have no idea, Rylan was giving you the Vanna White of the beautiful toppers. And you also can go through and look at our wonderful photos. They do light up. They do make sound. In fact, why don't I stop talking and why don't you guys talk about the functionalities of these?
I'm trying to figure out if you guys can appreciate how big. Can you get a sense of scale here next to my head? I mean, these are big boys. Where's my remote? Oh, goodness. Nope. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, under attack.
Do another big roar, because I don't know that came through.
Yeah. Could you not hear it? It's
Like little chirps of it almost.
It's so loud here.
There it goes.
Yeah.
Are you getting that?
Oh yeah. That one, yeah.
It is so loud. I think my camera, the one piece of equipment I have that does anything effective is this camera. It does seem to block out some wild noise, but yeah, let's see if we get a Godzilla. Can you hear that? I'm trying to get it closer to the mic. Can you hear it?
No.
There you go.
So yeah, we'll put up some other videos so that we're not having webcams trying to minimize the sound there. He's so
That's pretty awesome.
I have 2 bookshelves in my living room, and they are going to go one on either side and roar towards each other.
Let me see if I get some chaos going here. Hang on a second. That going. Oh yeah, it's on. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I am shocked you guys can't hear this thing. It is so insanely.
I can actually tell that your camera or your microphone is trying to reduce the noise like automatically, because every now and again your voice also gets really quiet.
Okay.
So
yeah,
we'll make a video so you guys can hear the
crude attempt to try to demo these things. But again, so you guys know, these are, again, they're really big pieces. Great thing about them, display them on the tree if you want to, of course. They look great on a shelf too. We get it. People are going to probably leave them out because they're pretty awesome. And it's so bright in this room that I'm in, and you can still kind of appreciate how visible the vapor is. So like we talked about in the description, you just fill them up with a little bit of water, and off they go. And seems to last a while too. I mean, it's get them in there. Can you guys kind of see what's happening there?
Yeah. No, we can see it really good. I think your microphone is thinking it's background noise. And
Yeah.
It's trying to fight
Blocking
it.
it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get the idea there. Originally, we were just sticking with Godzilla, and we liked the effects so much, because that was the other thing when we were designing these. We didn't want it to just be a little sputter there. So once we got Godzilla dialed in, it was only natural that we decided to go ahead and, since we're dealing with 1974 Godzilla, why not do Mecha while we're at it? So really happy with how these guys turned out. And if you go to the website, of course, you see a few more shots of the tree toppers, but there is a attachment that'll fit into the bottom of this that helps you anchor it to the tree. And that'll be included with the piece.
We'll be updating our gallery later to show probably it actually on a tree, show our tree toppers on a tree.
Yes.
With that connector in place to show how that's how it works. Okay, cool.
Yeah. We'll show Godzilla and Mecha. We'll show how they look.
Yeah. It should also be noted too that those are essentially what you're seeing, what you're sharing right now those are pre-production samples.
Yeah.
So that's the ABS and vinyl. That's how it's going to look. These aren't prototypes anymore. That's what we're making.
Yeah, really happy with them. All right, so we can quit talking about these pieces for now. And again, Zerozawa, the bubbler, will be along. Probably get that up next week. And all these are limited edition pieces. Again, Godzilla and Mecha are both limited to 750 pieces worldwide. You guys got anything else? All right, have a great weekend. See ya. Bye, guys. Done. What else you want to talk about, Amy? We've got 60 days of Halloween. We've been going off about that lately. I've been throwing up all kind of short little videos showing off some stuff that we're going to run specials on. I forgot to mention it to you yesterday, but you undoubtedly watched the video where I threw up the cryo can and then mentioned that we'll run a few days of free shipping on that. So you guys keep an eye out for that, because that will inevitably be, well, it'll probably start today, I'm guessing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And we'll get those solidified. So just go to the 60 Days of Halloween site, or just wait for a newsletter, and we'll spell it all out for you guys of what's been added this week, what is still continuing. If you guys did not get a chance to get one of the traveling ashtrays when they had free shipping, that free shipping has ended, but we are down to our last 12 ashtrays. So
I'd have to do a quick, there's where there was the last pallet taking up space in the warehouse. It's now, I moved it over to a side table. There's 4 in a case. I think there's 3 or 4 cases left.
Yeah. So
done with those.
Yeah, just one more last call for those. I do not anticipate for us to have those after Halloween this year. They're just great pieces. And yeah, if you don't smoke, which, I wouldn't necessarily recommend using your ashtray as an actual ashtray unless you're, cigar smoker or something, you're just tapping stuff out. But I put that right next to my sink in my spare bathroom. So when people come over, they can put their watch, their rings, all the things that you want to deal with. And it's great. It's a fun little conversation starter for your house.
Has anyone ever ID'd it and been like, hey, that's the Creepshow ashtray?
I had one singular person actually walk in my bathroom and go, oh my God, where did you get that? And I was like, turn it over.
Life. You profiled them. That's great.
Exactly. Well, and they came over on a day after we'd been filming too. So of course I'm wearing my Paragon shirt, and they turned it over and saw the logo and like, your company makes these? And like, yeah, man, sorry about that. They're almost gone. So
like, yeah, aren't I awesome? Yeah, absolutely. The ashtray is still one of my favorite pieces. Like everybody thinks I'm kidding when I'm like, yeah, only we were dumb enough to make them. It was really difficult to get Italian marble into China and then have it cut and then back into the US. And then, like we talked about before, we slated that run for 250 pieces. And I think when it's all said and done, we're going to be around 150 will actually have made it out the door, because a great many of them arrived broken, which was a heartbreaker. So apparently our container took a header somewhere between China and here. But a cool piece. Love it. Love everything about it, the way it turned out. And, it does serve in one of the episodes as a watch/jewelry caddy. Mm-hmm. I love it. I love everything about it. So it's solid pewter and, of course, solid marble. But let's be done so we can mark it sold out.
Can I just say, for everyone watching these videos, I'm so glad that we got those landed, long before this year's tariff and weird import issues, because I don't know that piece would have ever come to life had it not already been done by this year.
No, because who knows what kind of funky thing would have been attached to it for being marble or pewter. Mm-hmm. And we went through
or for sourcing the materials from Italy and like all of the different steps in that process. Oh God, it just would have been a nightmare. So yeah.
And we've talked about some of those trials and tribulations of landing stuff before, like the monkey paws, and maybe don't write monkey paw on the side of a master carton coming from China. And then the ruby slippers. Remember those were vexing because it was really expensive to land them, because they were coming in as clothing or under shoes or whatever. Mm-hmm. And we're like, no, these are collectibles. They're ruby slippers. They're a movie prop replica. And customs just wasn't having it. Our brokers like, those are shoes. And then I tried to use it as an example. I'm like, well, what about when people bring in like wooden shoes, Holland? And I'm like, those you're not charging. Those are we were trying to find a code. And for those of you who don't know, might as well. I dug the hole now. You want to tell everybody what a code is, real quick, Amy? How we do this?
Generally, the import and export countries, especially most of the time, sorry, I'm getting a work line phone call, probably someone asking about the tree toppers. So anyway, when you import and export, you have to assign what they call an HTS, or a harmonized tariff system code. And so what that actually means is it's a classification code that helps with import and export for customs to be able to identify what your stuff is. So, when we're bringing in ruby slippers that, aren't necessarily $2-3 a piece, they are, in the $100 kinds of range kind of thing. They automatically assume, oh, this is Prada, this is Louis Vuitton. These are really expensive, nice shoes with, red soles and things like that.
We're like, you don't wear them. They go on a shelf. They don't know what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was actually kind of a fun learning lesson for me, just because I had never dealt with that type of problem before. And I feel like Jared and I got that pretty sorted and handled. I mean, we didn't end up having to pay what was it, $36,000 of tariffs because they were designer luxury shoes.
It's funny because they're, on one hand, yeah, they're shoes, but on the other hand, they're replicas of shoes.
Yeah. Are you picking Mecha's nose?
I am.
Don't pick Mecha's nose.
I'm trying to.
Ooh, am I allowed to call him Mecha? Mechagodzilla. We'll just be safe.
Yeah,
My bad. I misspoke.
I affectionately refer to Mecha as Mecha. Yeah.
MG.
There we go. Godzilla.
Well, I know what we'll do. When we're done with this, Sean and I'll just shoot a quick bit with his phone and just plug it in where I was struggling to let you hear because the sound is really great. We work with Toho on that. It's official samples from Godzilla and Mechagodzilla.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Trying to see who's in the background. I can't. A little bit far away.
That's Mia. Mia.
Oh, okay.
Mia. Looking for food as usual.
A rat just went by.
Yeah.
But anyway,
earlier. Vacuuming.
So, yeah, I'll do that with the tree toppers. And like I said, next week, and Aaron just hit me and said we can share the pictures of the bubbler. So we'll do that within here too.
Awesome.
And just anytime you look at the pictures and you're like, oh, those are cool pictures. Look, he's at the beach. This guy gets rolled at the beach taking the photos.
Didn't you almost lose a prototype when you were filming at the beach at one point?
I had to chase the copper bones key prototype into the ocean. Yes.
That's what it was.
Yes.
I knew you went head over heels at some point, but I couldn't remember what you were holding.
No. I'll do anything for the team. You guys are welcome. I'll do anything for you. But yep. Chase the copper bones key. That was our paint master. It had to go out the next day and it was headed towards the,
caught in a riptide. It's gone.
Yep, it's headed towards the Gulf. But no, it's nice to have those ready. These all this stuff's coming together great. So, what do you guys want to talk about? I
want to give a short shout out to Toho just because they have been so wonderful through this entire process. Aaron, Kevin, our approvals team, they are just spot on. Emily and their social media department,
yes.
Allie, like everybody that we've talked to has just been so supportive and helpful. And I really just feel like this release has gone really well. These products have done really well just because of the amount of support we're getting from Toho. So just a little shout out and some love since they've been so wonderful to us.
Yeah, it's fantastic to get, quick approvals on photos when we've waited months for, not with Toho, but with other studios that we've complained about before, none of whom we're messing with right now. So yeah, good times. All right, so here's a little something just to throw out there. I'm watching the clock, seeing how deep we want to get into this. Sometimes, so everybody, we've got a good relationship with especially our regulars, guys who pick up everything we've got or a great many of the things we do. And they're quick to share feedback. my phone numbers got out there, so I get a lot of advice via text when we're shipping new things out. Like the Dune knife has hit, the Mr. DNA, the Envy goggles, that sort of thing. So people are very quick to share their opinions with me, and death threats, and no, nothing that bad. I get notes. You're gonna die. No, it's nothing that bad. So one of the things that was brought up. Sometimes we get guys who are like, hey, are you going to number your certificates in the future sequentially? We've talked about that because sometimes we'll do 1 of 500 or whatever. And I won't spend too much time on that, but sometimes it's as simple as, can the factory collate a number certificate with the numbered box and be efficient enough to hit our timeline to get a job done when we want it done and on the water? Sometimes the answer is no. So that's why we'll just do a COA. Now, if the piece happens to have a plaque on it, and that's usually when a stand is appropriate, right? So using a Lost Boys bottle as an example. Lost Boys bottle doesn't come with a case or anything like that because we know people are going to put it on a shelf, or they're going to slip it into a Detolf or one of their own cases. So there's no reason to add $150 to that final price tag, right? Because the box is going to get bigger. Everything's going to get bigger when all you want is the Lost Boys bottle replica. So in that's a case, though, where we'll mark that item with its legal line so it's official, and then we'll give a certificate of authenticity. Something like that, that's enough. So moving over to something like one of our sold out items, like a Ruby's knife or the First Blade from Supernatural. That's a good example of a piece. We're not just going to sell a replica of the knife because it doesn't look right. Especially with the First Blade, of course, you want to put it on its appropriate stand that you see in the show. Ruby's knife, of course, you want to give her a little stand so you keep that piece, off a shelf. And those pieces get plaques, and those plaques might call out the edition size and the studio, so one knows it's official and that sort of thing. And then we'll double up and throw in a COA on top of that sometimes too. A lot of times I won't say a lot of times, but one of our friends in particular last week had mentioned, how come you guys aren't doing any pamphlets or info books in with the prop? Well, we do when it's appropriate. And that's just a case where, if you haven't bought everything, you wouldn't know. But like on our Hero Blade Runner blaster, of course, that comes with it's practically a catalog, showing what went into making it, and it's a nice little companion piece. But ultimately, after you've paid $1,000 for that replica, that pamphlet, if you will, lives in that box in the closet, for the rest of its life. So a lot of times we just want to take into consideration everything adds a cost. Whether it's the display, whether it's the pamphlet, whatever collateral, as we call it, that you include with the replica, it gets amortized across the face of the run and passed on to the buyer. So first and foremost, we want to put all of our attention into the prop replica itself. The rest of the stuff, we get it. A lot of companies out there do the little pamphlets and the little bifolds and trifolds and talk about where the piece has been. I'm kind of going to assume if you're dropping $1,000 for something or $500, you're really intimately familiar with the piece anyway, and you probably know we nailed it. So why do I got to do the paint by numbers book to talk you in to the fact that we nailed it? That's kind of how I see it. When it's appropriate, we'll do it. I get it. But more often than not, what a lot of people don't realize is for us to use photos from films, show the actor with a given piece, that sort of thing. There are character-like rights, that we don't always have. They don't pass with the replica. So sometimes we just can't show the actor with the piece. Sometimes if the properties are dated or there's some confusion as to who owns what, sometimes the studios just won't give you the rights to show behind the scenes photos all the time. It can be tricky. Jared, you want to elaborate on any of that, or did I nail it?
No, I think you got it. I'm impartial to the COA and the idea of booklets and pamphlets and plaques.
Yeah.
I like the item itself. That's what does it for me. The kind of collateral stuff that can come along, I think that appeals to a very certain kind of collector.
It does.
Doesn't happen to be me, really. Like the Blade Runner gun, like that's all I need right there.
Yeah. Did you even open the pamphlet that came with it? Did you open the catalog?
Nope.
No. So sometimes if it can be worked out on a piece like that we've spent so much money on, sometimes it's a little easier with the factory to go, hey, we'd like to add an 8 or 9 page this or that. And of course they want to cooperate with us and make us happy. So we work it in when it makes sense. And just like if a piece gets a stand, it needs a stand. It's kind of like the broken Joy emanator. Of course, we're not just going to send out a broken emanator that we worked this long on just so it can lie on the shelf. There'll be an appropriately themed stand that goes along with it, and stuff like that. We are starting to number the boxes sequentially. The box that the art box, if you will, that the replica comes in. So we are finding our own in-house groove. We're still a young company, so we're listening, and I'm certainly not being dismissive of anybody who wants a pamphlet or wants something else. We're listening. We pay attention to that, and you will see stuff like that in certain pieces. The number one thing we hear more and more of is where we were content to, if it was a 1,000-piece whatever, we would say 1 of 1,000, and then we noticed people started taking the inventory boxes, kind of like on the cryocan, and they're like, "That's my number." And we've said it before. Well, the numbers on the shipping box are technically, those are for us, just so we know the factory sent us everything, we ordered. But people have assigned those as their edition numbers. So that we started numbering boxes after that, the inner boxes, the art boxes. So again, I just in a sloppy way, I was trying to address, well, why do you sometimes do this and sometimes do that, or maybe not at all on a particular thing? It's time, money, and is the proverbial juice worth the squeeze? If it's going to turn a $200 prop into a $300 replica, it's probably not going to happen, because again, we want to focus time, energy, and money on the replica itself, and that's what most people want. But we're not leaving it out there dangling. Again, if it needs a stand, it gets a stand. If it deserves a plaque, it gets a plaque, and sometimes both. And we've got some surprises coming too. So I think a lot of our regulars and people who are concerned with that sort of thing will be pleased with what they see in the months ahead with some things that we're doing. But something like Mecha here, the tree topper, well, the box will attest to the size of the run, 750 pieces. But, that's a case of, in as much that it's a limited edition piece, yeah, it's a collectible. Would we do a case and a whole pamphlet that goes into discussing the making of it? No, because it would simply drive the price up. And it's already with tariffs and everything else. There's a good bit of work in there. Electronics, the packaging on these is going to be huge. We want to keep things as price appropriate, would be the operative words, as we possibly can. So there's my rant on collateral and what and how and why we do and sometimes don't do certain things. So I hope I kind of answered that in a sloppy, rambling, ADHD kind of way.
Excellent. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Perfect.
Thank you. You guys got anything else? Man, we're 28 minutes in. We've covered the world. I feel like we can pop smoke right now, and this would be successful, or we could spend a minute with it because we were kind of short last week.
I have a movie recommendation.
Go. Tell me all about it.
Heretic on HBO.
Is
very good.
Heretic?
It's it came out only about a year ago, maybe a little.
Wait, which one is that? Give it to me. What's it about?
It is oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his name. British actor. Oh God, I'm dropping the ball here.
Is that the one where the guy's in prison, right? And possessed?
No. Hugh Grant.
Okay.
So Hugh Grant, he the premise is he has 2 sisters from the Church of Latter-day Saints come to visit him at his home because he's inquired about.
Visit my door often?
Wanting to know more about the church, yeah. So they come and visit him, and some creepy stuff ensues. Enjoy.
This actually sounds really interesting.
Okay.
It's very good. I get bored. My short attention span is getting worse and worse in my old age. And I will start a movie and be like 10 minutes in, I'm like, nah, this is not doing it. Click off. But this one, I was like, I want to know what happens next. Where is this going? What is happening here? I'm into it. Very cool.
That's me and Rhonda's standard rule. If I'm a guy that'll watch the same stuff a million times. So if the new film comes along,
Right.
I don't know anything about it. We always say, let's give it 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I'll bail. I mean, if it's not won me over.
Yeah, 10 minutes doesn't do something to make you want to be like, oh man, I want to know what's going to happen next. Yeah, but this film does it really well. It was very cool.
Very good. I was trying to think if I could come up with any more movie suggestions. Amy, did you watch any of those movies I gave you?
I did not, but I just added Heretic to my list with Waxwork and Free Jack. So it's.
Yeah, you missed that the other day. I was on the phone with Amy, and I was like, I was looking at, I was just flipping around on the TV while I was talking to her, and I saw Free Jack was on Prime. Do you remember Free Jack?
Oh yeah, Emilio Estevez, Mick Jagger.
Yeah, Mick Jagger, man, it's so good.
Yeah, playing the bad guy. It was really cool.
Oh, it's great. So yeah, everybody needs to check out Free Jack. It's on Prime right now, and Waxwork is too.
Waxwork, that's that late '80s one, right? Where they.
Yeah, that's the dude from Gremlins, isn't it?
Yeah. That had an excellent werewolf design in it. I remember it was very good.
Yeah, we've talked about that. That werewolf was awesome. It's a good movie. It's a little bit quirky, as it should be. A lot of fun. Good to watch over and over again. So yeah, do that. I was trying to think of anything else we have going on right now. Got a couple of prototypes I know came in today. Sean was telling me about that earlier, Amy.
Mm-hmm. The prototype that landed today, I do need you to put eyes on it pretty quickly.
We'll do that. Awesome. I'm on it. I'm dying to see it.
Me too.
In fact, as soon as we do this, I might ask Sean to go over there and grab it real quick.
And yes, we're intentionally being vague. We cannot talk to you guys about this yet.
Yeah, this is where we forget we're doing a thing. Yeah. Or just forget this is for other people too. Yeah. But yes, that's all I have. So I'm good. I just wanted to get everything we could out there about the tree toppers. I mean, again, they pulled double duty in a great many ways. You know, we get it. Not everybody's just going to throw them on top of their tree. Some people are just as happy with them being on their shelf or whatever. So I will shoot that video real fast so we can fix the audio thing where you guys couldn't hear it. And we'll plug that into this. We'll share the bubbler next week. And big thanks to everybody who, this might be the first time they've even known we exist, because we're just now starting to really show off a lot of the Godzilla stuff that's coming. And yes, knee deep into it on the oxygen destroyer before anybody emails Amy.
I was just about to say that.
We'll actually we'll have the final production piece rendered in metal, all metal. A few weeks, Jared, somewhere around there.
4 weeks from now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in that process now where it's being made in metal. So keep an eye out. Join our newsletter. Follow us here, Instagram, and keep an eye out for that. Godzilla Day is coming up on November 3rd.
Yes.
So
yeah,
be ready for that.
We got a lot of fun Godzilla stuff coming. So if you are a Godzilla fan, I do encourage you, please subscribe. You are going to want to actually hear from us in the next several months. In the next several years at this point, because we've got a lot of stuff coming for Godzilla.
There's a lot of stuff coming, a lot of big stuff coming. So yeah, this is a nice way to, our little marquee entry into the world of Godzilla. So yeah, we hope everybody likes this stuff. We're trying to make some cool things.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. And y'all have a great weekend.
Sure. All right. See you guys.